Hi everybody, this is Maria, just popping in with a quick little video on a Versamark hack, okay? So most of you, I imagine, will know how difficult it is to keep your Versamark nice and clean like this, okay? Not that it worries me that much, to be honest, because even when it's dirty, it still works. But it's nice to have a really clean one when you're not going to introduce any sort of ink or colour or so forth to your project. So this one here is a bit grubbier, but still a clean one for me actually. And what I want to show you how when you get it really dirty, you don't have to throw it in the bin and go and shell out for a new one, because you know the prices of ink pads at the moment are really shooting up. So I do have a little hack for you. So all we need is some sponges. So this is the ones I've got here. This is, you can see, cheap as chips, and we're going to use a couple of the white ones. Let me just open this in a brand new bag. Let's get rid of those pink ones. Here we go. So we just need a couple of those sponges. I'm going to cut those to size. I'm going to use something that I can clean my pad off with. So I've got IPA, isopropanol alcohol. You can use surgical spirit, WD-40, whatever, just to sort of get rid of the greasy, the Versamark that's left when we take this off. And then you're going to need a Versamark re-inker, okay? This is always a good one to have. Any of your permanent ink pads or whatnot, it's a good investment to have re-inkers for them, because it'll save you a lot of money in buying new pads. Right, so nice and easy. All I'm going to do, and I say I have done this one previously, you can see this one is not the uniform shape of that one, because this has had the treatment previously. So all we're going to do then is we're going to just go into here and we're going to take this off. Okay, and what you'll see on the case, what you'll see left over on this case here, this is from where I originally recycled. Okay, this is the glue from this piece here. So what we're going to do, okay, I'll get rid of that one. We don't need to use both sides because these are really cheap anyway. So first job, as I say, we need to clean this pad, because otherwise when we stick things down, nothing's going to stick to it. So just a spray of the isopropanol and give that a wipe. Don't worry about these bits here, it's not going to make any difference at all. In fact, it'll give it a tooth to stick to, in fact. So there we go. So let's have a look. That's pretty much clean enough. It's not sticky, it's not tacky, so that's all good. So you'll see that your sponges here are too big at the moment, so we're going to chop them down. And these were quite good size. So what I'm going to do, just to save myself a little bit of measuring, I'll just go in there and just chop that down. Let's have a look. Okay, that's one, and another one. Let's have a look. That'll fit nicely that way as well. I just don't particularly want the curves on there actually, so what I'll do is cut the curves away, and then I'll cut this one a little bit wider. There we go. Let's have a little look at this. Right, let's have a look. So yeah, that pretty much fills the space there. Okay, so I'm going to glue this down with my hot glue gun, just because it dries immediately then. I've already switched that on ready. I mean, you can use 3D glue like Pinfler and whatnot, but you've then got to leave this to dry for a few hours. If you're in a rush or you're impatient like me, then you want your good old glue gun. Here we go. So we're just going to pop some of that gluing. Okay, get quite close to the edges. I think that's absolutely ample. Pop that over there. And then now carefully, do you mind your fingers? Okay, we don't want burnt fingers. pop those in, give them a little wiggle, and then give them a gentle press down onto the glue. All right, again, if you've been really, really generous with the glue, again, be careful when you're pressing down. You don't want to burn your fingers. Here we go. All right, so that's good. So that will dry and be settled in about a minute's time. And then all we're going to do is ink this up with your Versamark re-inker. Okay, now when you first re-ink, because we're re-inking here, we're not re-inking, we're inking from scratch, so we do need plenty on here. Okay, whereas when you're just sort of re-inking, giving it, you know, a bit of extra juice, you don't need as much. So I'm just going to put that on, and then look, just squidge that into the pad so it's not sitting in the top. It will sink in on its own, but just give it a helping hand, just with the nozzle. There we go. And that'll sink in really nicely. Okay, I wouldn't use another sponge or anything like that to help it sink in, because all you're going to do is actually remove a lot of your juiciness, whereas something non-porous won't do that. So I'm going to stick my fingers in and see how, yeah, we're good. I'm going to put just another diddy bit on, just for good measure. There we go, just a few little bits more. And again, just use your nozzle just to press that into your pad. Here we go. Rightio, you've now got a beautiful brand new Versamark pad all ready to rock and roll. Let's give that a, there we go, let's do the sides like that, and then it's ready to go. I'm just wondering if I've got a stamp close to hand that we can actually stamp so you can see. Do you know, I haven't. I'll tell you what I have got then. Let's grab a bit of card. Oh, I have got a stamp. You can see a stamp. Just so you can see that it does work. Ever so quick. There we go. I can see it's just a sentiment stamp that just so happens to be on my desk. There we go. Let's just, okay, let's give that an ink up. I'm going to bring this across. I'm trying to avoid the camera. There we go. And there you can see your lovely stamped, all ready for your embossing powder or your mica or whatever it is that you're going to use with your Versamark. Okay, so I hope that has given you a good idea for saving a few quid. All right, and then just ever so quick, just while we're here, let's just imagine, for those of you that buy one of these and want to know about just re-inking a pad that's just drying out, all I would do, literally watch, is just a few squiggles that way and a few squiggles that way, and that's it. And again, just with your nozzle, just press that in so you can see I use nowhere near as much to re-ink as we do when we start from fresh with those new sponges. There you go, ready to rock and roll. Basically a brand new pad, or two brand new pads, all ready to go. Okay, thanks for popping in. Hope to see you again soon. Take care, bye now.